for the quest to find stuff to collage with. Unfortunately, being an artist for quite a while, I have got quite the collection of crapola, or yeah, some people might say it's a pile of shit. I'm even going to do something very blasphemous, which I never would have done a few years ago. I'm going to cut up some white dwarfs to stick in there. Why? Because there's cool stuff in there, and what are they doing on my shelf? Nothing. I've got even some cool cards from Mark Riddick. He sent me so much cool stuff on my birthday, and it'd be really cool to include like some little elements of these in there. I've got stickers, Rampage miniatures. I did the sticker designs for those, so I got some of my own ones there. Mark sent a heap of death metal ones, so just be sure to have some of them. I might even cut up a bit of a understanding technical drawing book that I've had on my shelf and never really opened. So what's the point of having it if I'm not going to use it? And there's a whole bunch of stuff like old artworks, misprinted zines, all sorts of cool and weird stuff, and some of it absolute rubbish, but hopefully you'll make good collaging stuff. So let's go. Okay, so chair. Might have chainmail to protect my head, but now we need a ring cushion to protect my anus. And we have our new pack of cards. So I managed to get these from the supermarket because I threw out my last pack. So we got those. I've got even more stickers sent by my wonderful friend Garrett over in Germany, Grim Snug Miniatures, including some of my designs as well. So we got them, and I will just basically bring over a whole bunch of shit to the desk and we will make some crap. Let's grab that one, grab some of these, some of that, some of these. Grab some of that, some of these. Some root juice, some of that. Grab him. Grab this, grab that. Pritt stick. Cards, stickers. Right. Righty-ho. So as you can see, my coif keeps sliding down. I should probably just take it off and not be an idiot. Got stuff like misprinted zines, some of this textured papery stuff. I've got a load of blank paper, it seems. We've got stuff like this, which is templates for building, the ones that I got online when I was doing a training project. So I've used them now, so I've got leftovers, more messed up printing. That's from the Turnip Rulebook. Zine. That's the one I did about the Rampage stickers. I haven't actually released that one because it's more of a portfolio thing. Some art I did way back when I was kind of going through a cat phase. But I do have some more cooler stuff. Proper cool shit. That's one of the things, I think Teen Fielding, she did a, do this in your style tiny goblin thing, and I decided to make them mushroom rider people. But I went through a phase of doing some watercolour pencil stuff, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. It's like, this is stuff that's going to sit on my shelf and never really be used, so let's maybe stick some of this stuff in. It's kind of cool. Put Squid Rider, more squiggies. Going through bits of phases, but yeah, here's like the first iteration of the Tank Dead one, which was just going to be a one-pager, but now it's a whole dealio. I got this really groovy paper from an op shop at one stage, so cool. Yeah, as I say, do some of the Riddick art cards because I got a bunch of those. I'm thinking something like this this will be kind of cool for a prompt to build terrain or like sort of world building. From White Dwarf, all my stuff from Garrett, who sent over some Mac Dungeon stickers, some of the other guys as well. So much cool stuff, and I think maybe I can, you know, chop up some bits from some of these and chuck them in. I've even got this from Titus as well, a little mini dude, so that'll be cool. And yeah, let's get cracking. So, got freshly bought card pack, and I'm just going to tear that the hell open because I have nothing but destructive today. I'll even get a bridge scoring table. Yeah. Many hours later. Right, so I'm kind of thinking, well, I spent the whole night thinking, I couldn't really sleep, about how I might want to lay out this deck. I want it to be freeform, but I also do want to make sure I include enough things like shuffle cards and like remove cards and stuff. So a pretty standard deck. I think that's, so there's a couple of promotional cards. Like I was thinking maybe the Jokers or something could be the ones to add cards and remove cards. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I do ones as shuffle cards or something, who knows. But maybe we'll just work on a few at the moment. Maybe, fuck it, let's just, those three will do it. And yeah, this is filmed like a Neanderthal because I'm doing it on my iPad. So when I was doing the cutouts from White Dwarf, I tried to make sure what was on the other side of the page I wouldn't want to use later, and then I just sort of cut out bigger segments than I really needed, and I figured I could break them down later, as you'll see in the video. I felt kind of bad breaking down this little cardboard miniature I got sent by Garrett. It was so cool to have this little pop-up one on cardboard, but I figure I'm never going to use it in its current format, so hopefully I can give it a new life in a deck I hope to use, you know, almost every day. And so it doesn't feature until a later card, but yeah, this whole process is all about using the stuff I've been sent, stuff I've been given, and actually getting it off my shelves, getting it into something that I'm going to see and want to use every day. Yeah, just find new life for this stuff because it's worthless if it's just hidden away on shelves. I was pretty stoked with how the first card came out. It's probably one of my favourite of the lot so far. And yeah, I just kept on cracking all afternoon. It's one of those processes that once you get stuck into it, it's quite sort of addictive. And so, yeah, I just carried on grabbing old artwork, cutting it up, grabbing whatever I could find. And there is such a mishmash of different stickers from different companies and people. It's just been such a joy to get them onto something and like use in another way. So hopefully I can credit them all at some stage because there are so many amazing people who've done so many great artworks that, you know, I'm stealing in this collage format. I have like a massive stack of these stencils that I did when I was working through the Sailor Jerry book and sort of copying a page of stencils every day. And there's another thing that's just going to sit on my shelf on the binder for ages, and so I thought, okay, that's cool, let's stick it on a card. And being transparent, yeah, you can get the card coming through. And yeah, I'm not sure if PVA is the best thing to stick tracing paper down with, but we will see. And please excuse any ants you see in the background. I seem to have an ant problem out in my art hole at the moment. So yeah, but the stencils, like, I'm really stoked to get to use them in this way and actually have a purpose for them. On a quick note, I've got a piece of baking paper down there on the bench so that then none of my stuff will stick to it, or at least hopefully not anyway. Of all the camera equipment I've owned over the years, this is probably one of my favourite pieces. It's one that I got given for my birthday, and it's one of these kiddies' little toy cameras that has a thermal printer inside of it. I think it's the same that Trent has. And I was using it, to do a little selfie that then I could stick on a self-reflection card. Not that you see it too much in the end, but it's kind of cool to be able to quickly snapshot some of this stuff and just have a black and white format of it. While doing this, I want to give you guys a few different shots around the studio whilst I'm doing it, and just sort of show the real aspect of doing this. And you can see some of the posters I've done over the years, like Mini World Miniatures. And it's just nice to have your own art around the place so that then you don't forget about it too. So day one, where did I get up to? Well, I've got a few cards I feel pretty happy with. That's using some tattoo flash that I drew from the Sailor Jerry book. Pretty easy. Some stickers from Extremely Rotten Productions that Mark sent me. Kind of little face of me in there. Did a photo with the old thermal printing camera for that. So that's kind of like over here, the self-reflections of one I learned to start doing some more art that sort of is expressing feelings and sort of self-expression, and so usually for me that means ripping out my guts. So it seemed like a nice sticker to use for that. This is the first one I did. Quite happy with that. I used the Mighty Empires campaign pictures from White Dwarf. I think that's a bit of a death metal promo little sticker, and a little piece that I'd drawn in the past. So it's quite a fun little map card. This is using Mark Riddick art, all the stuff that's in the background. He sent me a bunch of these cards and I had some spares, and so I cut a couple up for a crypt card, and I kept just at the bottom, you can just see Riddick art. So if you haven't checked out Mark's work, please do and go see it. This one I'm still working on, but wizard shit. And the 1490 Doom Berlin sticker, and just a little cutout from White Dwarf. This is a fun one. It was a death metal sticker that I cut out, and then a bit of a servo skull, and I thought just there. And so then I've got a bunch of other ones which are in disrepute at the moment. That's a Dick Verdant sticker for his tattoo business, and that's currently in progress. I'm quite liking where this one's going. I used for the background a bit of a technical drawing book. This is one of my stickers that I did for Rampage Miniatures, and I don't know where this one's going yet, but somewhere. This is another tattoo stencil I did, but then I glued it on, and that's kind of cool. It's transparent. I'm still trying to figure out how to get tracing paper to stick better, but we'll see. I might do this one as like take a card out of the deck, because she's busy taking off. This is a bit of fun. Feisty dude. That's another death metal sticker Mark sent me. That's Titus painting Alien Zoology. Little miniature I got sent on a cardboard base. This one's pretty cool. It's another death metal, black metal logo it was. And then some rootlings from the Turnip rule book. And the root bit is actually from my zine, and this ancient is from the same sticker as this bear. This is one I'm prepping. I hope to make like a master study card, because something I want to get in my routine, so I'll have like master study or some shit on that. And not sure where this one's going so far, but this was a Napoleonics box, and I'll have something up there with that, but I think it's pretty good going for an afternoon. I'm pretty sore from sitting so long because I just got super engrossed, and the wife hasn't seen me for hours because I've just been busy out here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with quite a few of the cards I've done. They're getting there slowly, but I'm just going to keep trucking away. My office looks like an absolute shit show. There's so much shit everywhere. And one last thing before I stop this video, I also want to give a little update on Gus. So Gus is my tattoo fish, and he now has the starts of his arm, so he's ready to beat the shit out of someone. Stop playing with yourself, Gareth.